For this reason, you shouldn't get tattoos. Camila Verdad was very happy she had met her boyfriend a year ago. To celebrate, they decided they would get a tattoo together. They arrived at the place, and while her boyfriend was getting tattooed, she accidentally checked his phone, realizing that he had a bunch of dating apps and had been cheating on her all this time. Camila Verdad got so angry that she threw him the phone so hard it hit him in the head and he fainted. When he woke up, he saw that something horrible had happened to him. While he was passed out, Camila Verdad took the tattoo machine and tattooed a little fox on his face. That's how Camila Verdad fell in love with a tattoo artist and got married. And her ex-boyfriend lived with a little fox tattooed on his face forever. For this reason, you shouldn't use cheap soaps. Priscilla Segunda had a very charismatic and kind appearance. She enjoyed reading poetry in the park and listening music from her favorite band, but actually she earned money by scamming elderly people over the phone and tricking them into giving their card pins personal identification number. One day, Priscilla Segunda, after scamming 30 poor elders, went to take a shower because she was exhausted. But she realized she was out of soap, so she went to the supermarket. Priscilla Segunda was not only mean but also very greedy, so she bought the cheapest soap she could find. She got home and took the opportunity to scam a couple more of elder people and then took a bath. When she tried to dry her hair, she found her hairdryer was broken. She looked for glue but couldn't find any. So she took some soap she bought, mixed it with water to make a paste, and stuck it together. When she turned it on, all the soap came out through the mouth of the hairdryer, straight into her eyes, leaving Priscilla Segunda blind forever. For this reason, you shouldn't use public transportation. Marlene Maricel got up very early every day to go to work. She was very cheerful and positive, but all of that ended when she got on the bus that took her to her job. The driver was a rude old man who mistreated everyone and drove so fast for the passengers to fall down. One day, Marlene Maricel had a very important meeting at work where she would be appointed manager of the company. So she got up, dressed in her best clothes, bought a coffee, and left early to avoid being late. She boarded the bus, and as she was about to sit, the driver accelerated so hard, causing Marlene Maricel to fall and spill all her coffee on herself. Marlene Maricel became furious when she saw her clothes were ruined. She went over to where the driver was and grabbed him so hard that she threw him out onto the street. Marlene Maricel was so determined to arrive early to that meeting that she took the bus steering wheel and started driving herself. While driving, Marlene Maricel remained very angry. So she put it in reverse, ran over the driver, but one time wasn't enough for her. So she backed up so many times that she kept running him over and over again for this reason, you shouldn't watch Squid Game. Michaela Marisole would spend the whole night watching series. She always promised herself that she would go to bed early. Each time she finished an episode, curiosity took over her and she played the next, keeping her awake all night. This made Michaela Marisole always feel sleepy and work very poorly, causing her boss to scold her all the time. One day, Michaela Marisole was about to lose her job, so she went to bed very early to sleep and not be late. But to her surprise, she saw that the second part of Squid Game, her favorite series, was premiering. Michaela Marisole promised herself to watch just one episode, but she couldn't handle it and ended up watching the whole series overnight. When she finished, she realized it was daytime and she should be at work. She was about to run out when suddenly she saw her boss at her door. He had come to get her to scold her. He yelled at her, and Michaela Marisole was so sleepy that she started feeling very confused. Her boss kept yelling at her until she, without thinking, slammed the door so hard that the decoration on top fell down right on him. That's how Michaela Marisole sat down and kept watching series with a corpse hidden under her couch for a year. For this reason, you shouldn't celebrate Christmas. Candela Charisma loved Christmas, but she hated that every year her boyfriend brought his family over to celebrate, and none of them helped with the dinner. Candela Charisma spent all her savings to prepare the best Christmas dinner, and everyone ate desperately and they didn't even thank her. The following year, Candela Charisma made her boyfriend promise that they would spend Christmas alone, and he said yes, but he lied to her. At the last minute, everyone arrived and ate their dinner. At midnight, they made a toast. They drank cider and ate the sweet bread that Candela Charisma had just baked. Suddenly, everyone started to feel sharp pains and stabbing sensations in their stomachs until they dropped dead. The candied fruits that Candela Charisma had put on the sweet bread weren't fruits, they were ground glass mixed with sugar. That's how Candela Charisma wrapped everyone in gift paper and left them as decorations under her Christmas tree forever. For this reason, you shouldn't dry your face with a towel. Mariela Girasol was a very good girl. She worked as a volunteer helping those in need. She lived with her boyfriend who was a slacker, and he spent all day lying on the couch. He'd lock himself in the bathroom to avoid chores, leaving his girlfriend to do them all. One day, Mariela Girasol returned from a long day at work, cleaned the entire house, and made dinner. After eating, she was so tired she asked her boyfriend to wash the dishes. He, as usual, told her he had to use the bathroom, knowing Mariela Girasol would wash them if he took too long. Believing he was clever, he locked himself in the bathroom to wait and began to feel hot. So he took a towel that was hanging and wiped the sweat from his face. After 3 hours, he decided to come out. Mariela Girasol saw him and horrified screamed. Her boyfriend's face was covered in horrible fungus. The towel he had used to dry himself was the same towel Mariela Girasol used to dry her butt every day. That's how she kicked him out of her house, and he lived with his face full of fungus, smelling like poop for a year. For this reason, you shouldn't chat with strangers. Annabella Empatia had met a handsome boy online. They spent their time chatting and talking on video calls, but every time she suggested meeting up, he always made an excuse. Micaela, distrustful, her best friend, warned her this was strange and to be careful. But Annabella Empatia was so in love that she ignored her. One day, Annabella Empatia was talking to the boy on a video call. Suddenly, Micaela, distrustful, arrived at his house and discovered he was an old scammer using filters to appear younger and wanted to steal her friend's money. As the old man tried to explain, he realized he was speaking to a video Micaela Desconfiada had edited with her friend's voice. Micaela Desconfiada quickly took out her phone to take pictures as evidence. The old man tried to take her phone, but she pushed him, making him fall off the balcony straight into the dumpster, where it was full of rats that attacked and bit him forever.
This is the reason why you shouldn't go to the bathroom at 3 before midday. Antonio Micaela spent all his time at home, locked in, playing video games and eating junk food.
When his friends or his girlfriend called him, he simply ignored them. One night he was playing and his stomach started to hurt a lot. Antonio Micaela tried to endure it because he didn't want to leave the game until it was 3 in the morning and he couldn't take it anymore. He went to the bathroom, and while he was doing his needs, he spent 3.5 hours playing on his cell phone. When Antonio Micaela tried to get up from the toilet, he couldn't. He started shouting, but it was useless because he was alone. His leg circulation was cut off from sitting too long. That's how Antonio Micaela couldn't take it anymore, and his spirit was trapped in a bathroom full of the smell of shit forever.